Hello my gorgeous people, it has been a little while since I have sat down and chatted with you guys. So I'm here to give you guys a business and life update. I'm going for surgery at the end of May on the 27th. This surgery is weight loss surgery and I'm getting the gastric bypass.
Hi beautiful people. So this video is going to be so different from what I usually post, which is all about crystals. I feel like this video is really important for me to put out there for not only you guys, because a lot of you have been asking and commenting on my looks, which I don't mind at all. I appreciate you guys noticing the hard work. It's just mainly for me, so I can look back on this and be like, wow, I've come so far, which you guys have probably noticed from that very first video you saw at the beginning of this video, just how far and different I look. At the end of April, I posted a video that I was getting gastric bypass surgery, which is a type of weight loss surgery. Today marks 1 year post gastric bypass surgery, and not only has it been the best decision I ever made for my health and life, it has been a little bit of a wild journey, but a great one. And if I could do it all over again, I totally would, because I'm so happy where I'm at the moment. I got gastric bypass because it is a one and done surgery. I preferred it over the sleeve. Just one and done, that's it. I won't need any other surgeries. This is a lifelong commitment kind of surgery. You can't really go back from it. So on the day of surgery, my surgeon comes in and he sits on the bed and I'm thinking, oh no, he's going to tell me I can't do the surgery. Because I had to get a gastroscopy before my surgery, which I got, I think, 5 days before my surgery, just to see how my stomach is, just to see how everything is inside of there. He told me I have this part of my stomach where the cells are changing. And I was like freaking out a bit, because not only was this my first ever surgery I have ever gotten in my whole entire life of being on this earth, it was a life-changing surgery. And to hear like, ooh, there's a little bit of a hiccup in the works, he gave me 3 options. Continue getting the gastric bypass, and that part of my stomach that had the cells changing could be in my stomach and they can't check if it changes again, because if it did change again, it could turn cancerous. Option 2 was to get gastric sleeve and cut that part of the stomach entirely out of me. And the third option was to cut the part of that stomach that had the cells changing and still have the gastric bypass. I went with option 3, which makes the gastric bypass irreversible for me. Even though it is hard to get the gastric bypass reversed, it's now completely irreversible. And that part of the stomach that they cut out of me apparently was where it kind of performed the B12. Past blood works from when I saw them post-surgery, they said my blood works are absolutely perfectly fine. So that was a little bit scary of the day, like literally right before I was going to go for this surgery. I think my surgery did take about 3 hours long because of it. And I had about 6 or 7 keyhole incisions on my stomach, which I was not expecting. I was expecting 5, maybe 4, not 6 or 7. So that was a little bit overwhelming to see. Waking up, I was fine. I did get a bit of gas pain, but that was only the worst of the pain for me personally. Incisions, they didn't hurt. They healed perfectly fine. They're not that noticeable anymore.
So I used to religiously wear this shirt because it was a little bit baggier, and I thought, something baggy on me. And these shorts as well, literally can fit into one, and these used to fit me tightly. Be a cute skirt though.
I'm so nervous doing this video. Like, it's definitely getting out of my comfort zone because I don't like talking about weight. This has been such a miracle and an amazing part of my life the past year. I feel like I need to share it with you guys. You guys have honestly been a part of this journey because you have seen me from the start to now the maintaining part. I did this surgery for me. I did this surgery to better my health and better my longevity of being on this earth. I'm only 5'3" and I was sitting at 120 kilos at my highest weight. And my BMI, I know BMI is a bit controversial, but I think every surgeon uses that as like a detection kind of thing. I personally don't like BMI, but I'm just going off by that because my surgeon. My BMI was, I think, 46, 47, and that is morbidly obese and extremely, extremely unhealthy for me. And now I am sitting at 63.2 kilos, and my BMI is now at a healthy weight. I never thought I would see the day. I never thought I would see the day where my BMI says I'm healthy. Ever since I was a child, a literal little child, I've always been the bigger kid, the biggest kid in the classroom. I've always struggled with my weight. I've always been bullied because of my weight. The weird thing before getting this surgery, for years, I had weight blindness. I also had binge eating disorder. So my weight blindness was, I thought I was a lot skinnier than what I actually was. Like in person, I'd feel like the most skinniest, the most healthiest person in the world. But then I'll get a picture taken of me and I'll, like, that kind of makes me realize, oh, I am a lot bigger than I actually think I am. It's so freaking weird having that. I had literal weight blindness. I did not realize how big I was until I saw a photo of myself. I knew it was becoming an issue when everyday task was becoming a task. So drying myself after having a shower, even having a shower was a task. Tying up my shoelaces was a task. Just getting dressed was becoming a task. And when those everyday life things start becoming hard, I knew it was becoming an issue and it wasn't healthy for me. This was my guilty pleasure. I would literally starve myself for the day thinking, okay, this is good. And then when it comes to maybe lunchtime, late afternoon or dinner time, I would buy easily $40 worth of KFC and eat that whole meal to the point where I felt absolutely sick and full up to my neck and thought, okay, yeah, that's my meal for the day. That's good. Yeah, no. That wasn't good. I knew it wasn't good. And I was definitely a big emotional and boredom eater. I was so blind to it and I didn't want to admit when I needed the help. And when I finally came to that realization, it changed my life entirely. Looking back on seeing myself in that leopard print shirt to now, it's honestly mind-blowing. It honestly looks like a big poncho on me. Like it's still mind-blowing, and I'm still struggling with the fact that I'm not big like that anymore. I've got major body dysmorphia. I think I'm bigger than what I am now. Figure that. I had weight blindness before and now I have body dysmorphia. It's honestly a huge mind game. I'd be lying if I said I've got my shit sorted. I don't have it sorted. I'm still working myself out and trying to do better for me. I'm doing this video to kind of commemorate my 1 year post-surgery. So I'm going to do this video as my reward to just see how far I've come, and I have come a long way. I didn't want to use food as a reward as I would pre-surgery. 2 to 3 months after gastric bypass were the hardest months you will experience. It felt like after surgery I could never eat again. I thought I could never eat any solid foods. The post-diet is so hard. I didn't enjoy it at all. I struggled so badly. I recorded myself through that struggle so I could look back on it and think, holy crap, I've come a long way.
1 week post-bypass. Just struggling. Just really struggling. I'm scared. I'm not doing anything right. Just feeling sick all the time. It gets better. Please let it get better.
When I looked at that video, I just wish I could go back to her and say, you made it. You honestly did it, girl. I'm such an ugly crier. And I would never thought I would post a video of me crying, but here we are. I just wish I could hold her hand and say, you did it. You pushed through those 2 to 3 months of the most hardest part of the surgery and adjusting to this whole lifestyle change. She was so kicked down after the surgery because it was just hard. It was hard mentally and even physically, because with the gastric bypass, what they do is they anchor stitch the stomach that's kind of in your body, free flowing to the side here. And I would get excruciating stitch pain for easily 6 to 7 weeks post bypass. It finally went away, which was absolute the most relieving thing ever, because that stitch pain was painful. And the gas pain. I'm okay, everyone. I just took a little breather and a little bit of time to myself, and I am back. I'm so happy. From the beginning to now, I have measured my body. So I did arms, legs, waist, hips, everything. Got my little booklet here to kind of show me from start to finish. So in my right arm, I have lost about 15 centimeters, which is quite a bit. I do obviously have a lot of loose skin in my arms and stomach, so it's not all gone, but a lot of centimeters are gone from that arm. And I've also lost 15 centimeters in my left arm, which is really great. But they are kind of different measurements by like 1 centimeter or half a centimeter. So it's not much of a difference, but there's a little bit there. And in my right leg, I have lost 28.5 centimeters, which is a lot. And in my left leg, I've also lost 27 centimeters, which is amazing. This is a massive one. So I had big hips, like big love handles and everything. I have lost a total of 46 centimeters in my hips. That is so mind-blowing. I still can't believe how much has gone in that area. In my waist area, I have lost 36.5 centimeters. That is another huge one. The chest area, I have very noticeably lost a lot of centimeters in my chest. And they always say that's the first place to go when you do lose weight as a female. So I've lost a whopping 37 centimeters in the chest area. So yeah, that's fun. And I randomly did my chin because I had a very noticeably big gobble chin, I would call it. And I have lost a total of 9 centimeters, which is amazing. I love that. So pretty massive differences in my measurements from when I started to present. Tomorrow I have my 12-month post-op appointment with my surgeon and dietitian, and that's where they'll tell me how my blood work is, because I have to do a blood test to make sure everything is all good and not anemic. So hopefully the results come back good, because of the past blood tests I've done, everything has come back like relatively fine and normal. So I'm just hoping there's no issues this time around. I am still a bit nervous because of it being, you know, the 12-month kind of appointment. It's a big milestone when you do have this kind of surgery. But in the end, no regrets. I'm living very much a healthier and happier life. My family even say how much more I smile and just do things. If anyone's wondering, do I work out? I do. I do about 5 to 6 walks a week, and I try to do between 5 to 8 kilometers in my walks, and it takes between an hour to an hour and a half. So I also hold on to either 1 kilo or 2 kilo weights while I'm walking, so that's why I'm trying to like build up some muscle while I'm getting in my cardio. That's what I do for exercise. That's what I've been doing since the start, but I've been really buckling down the past 3 months and being consistent with my exercise. And I have definitely noticed like a difference in toning in my face, in my arms and legs. So yeah, which is great. I love seeing it. And of course, portions in my food are still relatively small, but I can eat pretty much everything. I can eat sugary foods. I can drink almost everything. I find I don't really drink too much fizzy. The only fizzy I do drink is the Oxy Shred no sugar kind of energy drinks, but that's probably it. I don't really drink any like Pepsi Max, Coke or anything, because I find that just builds up so much gas and makes me feel really sick in a way. Still try and wait that 30 minutes after eating, because I find I just feel too nauseous if I eat and drink. So yeah, I still kind of stick to those things because it just makes me feel good, and I don't push myself too over the limit because I find doing that does. As you can probably tell in my before and after photos in my face, it's a huge difference. Even before and after photos in my whole body, it's still insane to me, and I think my brain hasn't really fully caught up to the body I'm in at the moment. I used to be a size 20 and now I'm like a size 10, between 12 and 10, possibly 8. I haven't really attempted that yet. It's a crazy journey, but it's a good one, and everyone's is so different, and I'm just so grateful I didn't have any complications within the surgery. Yeah, that's kind of like an update on what's been happening behind the scenes when it comes to my surgery I had last year. Yeah.
First sip. I can feel it going down.
It's been a while.
And I'm getting the gastric bypass. So a pretty massive surgery I am going for me personally, because it is not only, you know, they're changing things up around in there, it's a whole lifestyle change. I'm excited and I am nervous because I haven't had any surgeries before this one, so it is definitely something new and something for me to experience. But I am full ball ready, I am set on it, and I'm quite happy with my choice. So yeah, that is a little bit of a business and life update.
But amazing, and I feel like I can do so much more, and I feel better and up and doing things a lot simpler than it was before. It was just such a big leap to do things. So yeah, a bit of a different video, not crystal related, but definitely related to some comments I've been seeing on my TikTok videos. So I hope that kind of answers a few things. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you, love you, bye.